Hey everyone, you're probably wondering why I have all these cards laid out here. Today I'm going to talk to you about some of the promos and special editions and mainly reprints. These are a lot of the most expensive cards in the game, and I'm sure a lot of you that don't have jobs or just don't have the money to get the more expensive card, you just enjoy playing the game for what it is. And if an expensive card comes along, you keep it, maybe you flip it for more stuff, I don't know, but I think you would, this would be a good video for you to watch to get some reality checks. I watched quite a few people's talks and rants about Tour Guide and Tour Bus. I've been listening to a lot of promo predictions and so forth. This video won't have a lot of that. It will have a little. As far as I know, the first reprint type promo stuff is coming out as Turbo Pack 7. And then it will be Order of Chaos Special Edition, which, I don't know, I guess that comes out in March sometime, maybe late February, I really don't know. And then, there may be something else between now and August, but as far as I know, they're just going to be the 10s in August, first wave, and then second wave in November. So, let's talk first about Turbo Pack 7. I guess this is where my predictions are going to kind of come in. I really think, if you look back on all the other Ultimates, they're all high-level monsters, and the only high-level monster that's left is really Gorz. BLS would be really cool as an ulti, but I highly doubt they'll do that since they just reprinted it in gold and it's the lowest rarity and easiest to get. So pretty sure Gorz is going to be an ulti, even though it's been a secret and has been a gold, an ultra. So but it's hard to get ultra. So technically, this is the major printing of it. I think the ultra is going to be Heavy Storm. I really think that with, they should have did Trinade when Trinade was out, and they, in my opinion, really screwed up with that. They did Dark Hole already, and this is the other power card. Unless they're going to bring Trinade back, they may do that, which I can't imagine why they would do that with so many options. I think some of these are going to be, I think maybe a Super could be Formula Synchron, but I also think he could be one of the upgrades of the Order of Chaos Special Edition. I think these, the last time they did, Red Dragon and Stardust and Turbo Pack 6 and Thought Ruler and another one. So I think these are the synchros that are left. They're hard to get. I think these could be some rares. Black Rose has been made a lot of times, but not technically super easy to get. It's an Ultra Ulti Ghost, and it was a 10. That's about it. It needs to be a rare. So I think it'll be a rare. I think I think that Arcanite Magician will be a rare. I don't think, it's easy enough for people to get, and it's still 10 to 15 bucks, depending, how you value things. So that one will probably be one. This needs to be reprinted as a rare. Something in my brain says it already has. I think it was a Super, but it still could be a rare. That's probably the least likely. And then I've seen a lot of people wanting these 4 cards. The 2 Forbiddens, and Phoenix Chain and Safe Zone. Now these cards right here, Extreme Victory, so they're in the 10s. Not as hard to get. You got your Storm of Ragnarok and your Raging Battle. That's pretty old, so these would be good cards to have as rares or commons. I would rather see them as rares, just because I think they're worth quite a bit and pretty cool. So that's some of my predictions for Turbo Pack 7. I think you guys need to be realistic. There will never be a tour guide until the OCG has it first, okay? There rarely is, how often do they take things and downgrade them? Usually it's all about the upgrading, Dark Arm Dragon didn't really count because it went from a secret down to Super and then back up to Ultimate. Tragodia got the upgrade, Grepher got the upgrade, I could keep going, Colossal Fighter and so forth. Even most of the Supers are printed as upgrade Supers, not downgrade, I think every Super has always been an upgrade to a Super. So, there may have been some secrets that got downgraded I'm just not thinking of. But, let's just start here. I think Max C is definitely going to be in the first wave of 10s. I think Tour Guide and Raven will also be in the first wave of 10s. So, that's my predictions for there. I think that Order of Chaos Special Edition is going to have probably one of these two and a Shining, like kind of like they did with Zero. You know, there may be some other crazy release, like there was Samurai Assault out of nowhere, and they may throw one of those in there. The most expensive card that gets the most play is probably Bulb, so they'll probably try to get Bulb out as quickly as possible, so I'm going to predict these two or these two. That's just the way it makes the most sense, guys, for business. Order of Chaos is going to be a huge selling set. They don't really need to put the highest rarity cards in there, so I don't think any of the big three of your Hidden Arsenal, you know, cards are going to be in there. I didn't really put Mistform because it doesn't get as much play anymore. Or Gungnir and DeLorean don't get as much play, and they're cheaper. But these three, I think, will be maybe with Valor in wave, a mixture of wave 1 and 2 of the 10s. And of course, we can't forget, you know, the next set after Order of Chaos may have these. Remember, don't forget, every other set has special editions, not every set anymore. So the next set, Galactic Overload or something like that, I can't remember the name of it, is not going to have a special edition. So you got to remember, those wave of 10s coming up this August, and I think it's October or November, is going to be just full of stuff. A lot of people want these to be reprinted, especially Roach. Guys, this just came out, Generation Force. I highly doubt this is going to come out even in 2012. It might be at the end. It may be in wave 2, but it's only a year, and I don't really think it's going to happen. It's, I guess, just maybe over a year. Orient Dragon's pretty good, you know. I just don't see it getting reprinted in 2012. So those are the realistic things. I know a lot of you are wanting it, saying, you know, it could happen. Guys, one of the fastest reprints in Yu-Gi-Oh! History is Pot of Duality in about a year. D-Rev was released in, I think, what was it? I think it was October or so of 2010, and it got reprinted in the Wave 110s in August. That's just less than a year. It may have been September, actually, when D-Rev got released. I don't want to look it up right now, but just wanted to kind of bring this to you guys from a reality check, for just, hey, what do you think? You know, comment below. I'd love to hear, you know, type a paragraph. That'd be great. We could just kind of discuss it as we go. You know, I will do predictions like I did last time with the 10s. I'll do you know, I kind of did the predictions already for Order of Chaos Special Edition. Let me know what you guys think. I'm sorry for you guys that can't afford to get some of these cards. You know, it sucks. You don't have to have these cards to win games. You really don't. My cheapest deck that I win with consistently, Chainburn, it beats every deck out there pretty much. I mean, unless they're main decking Prime Material Dragons and Hanawadas and those, you know, type of cards, it's just, you can beat them pretty well. So, alright guys, I will be bringing you some more duel videos for you to watch between now. We didn't have any duels last week, obviously, because of Christmas being on Sunday, and that's when my tournament is. I'm sure a lot of you guys didn't have them on Saturday either, wherever you duel at. So I purposely didn't upload the week before Christmas. I'm going to be starting that upload today. And I didn't play Dino Rabbit. I tore that deck apart. Completely just ripped it apart. You know, I played it 3 out of 4 weeks. I'm kind of burnt out, need a break. And I'm sure the people at my tournament are also kind of tired of seeing it. Well, thank you guys for watching. Please thumbs up the video and favorite, and let me know what you think in the comment section about kind of where these cards are going to be put in, you know, in different reprints, and what other cards you wish were reprinted that are realistic. Guys, it's most likely nothing above Extreme Victory is going to get reprinted. Okay, maybe the Vadriana from Star Strike Blast, it could get reprinted as maybe like a rare in Turbo Pack 7. That's also one I didn't think of till just now. You know, Duradark was a decent secret in that set. There just wasn't a lot in that set to reprint. Maybe a couple of the Naturia, like Bamboo Shoot from D-Rev, it could get reprinted. I mean, there's a lot of little stuff, $10, $15, $20 cards, but these are the cards that everybody seems to wish they had at least one of. So, alright guys, peace out. Thanks for watching the long video, and like I said, please comment below and click that like button. Later guys.